What's this? Is this just product placement today?
Product
we're
placement.
not actually drinking
So,
anything. Why?
Because
why
you've been away all week. I've been literally on my own here. I haven't bought any milk because.
Wasn't there milk in there? Have I drunk all the milk?
No, it was on the turn. It was. I mean,
So you binned it?
Well, it was more like cream or yogurt. Didn't think.
Nothing wrong with a little extra you could get a little scoop off the top.
So,
can you remember the old gold cap?
Yes.
Milk bottles where actually it was. You could actually scoop a little bit off.
Yeah, always the top bit was milk, was cream, and then milk below. But do you remember coming back for nights out and nicking the milk?
No, it wasn't nicking.
I did.
It wasn't nicking.
Go around picking up the.
There was a night where I walked home from a night out and I bumped into a milkman, and he did sell me a pint of milk.
Did he? Oh, I just used to take it up myself. So
apologies
to anyone whose milk I took over the years, but
no, that is definitely something I would not do.
Was you not?
No, absolutely not. I pay for my milk, thank you. Hey, what price of milk has gone up, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's good for you, isn't it? Healthy bones and all that.
Yeah. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday morning show. Good morning, Bernie.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, everybody.
Do we apologise for last week? Because there was a lot of comments. I think it's good to break it up.
Yeah.
But lots of comments coming in going, oh, I woke up with my Sunday morning show, or I went and played my round of golf, I've come back in, and now it's not quite the same Sunday morning show. It's slightly different.
I did have quite a few people,
Messages?
drop into my DMs, and they were a little bit upset and a little bit miffed, I think, by the actual lack of Sunday show. But we've got a lot of content that's been filmed, slightly against the norm.
Yeah.
So different to what we normally produce, and it's finding a place to pop that and a channel to pop that on, and it was just a good place to put that video out in the Sunday morning show area.
Yeah. And it was a good video. I was actually gonna put it on the DHG Plus channel.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those that I enjoyed putting it together and just thought that it had a little play. It needed to go out to the bigger, wider audience.
Yeah. I mean, I had a really good day when we were down there. I've only been to the Plymouth Golf Centre once, a number of years ago, and the improvements and the way it's progressed and developed. It's great to see, and it's a fantastic facility, one which I know Sam and the other professionals and everyone involved with Plymouth Golf Centre are very proud of, and rightfully so.
One thing that jumped out to me from the comments, and something I picked up the phone and spoke to Sam about, was cost.
Yeah.
It's a big thing that jumped out, and to be fair, with the golf industry and the golf world, cost comes up a lot. It's something that does come up a lot with whether it's your green fees that we go and play. Like if we go and play a golf course and the green fees are quite high, people jump on us about that. Memberships, the cost of memberships, and that obviously varies from club to club to area to area.
Yeah, it's a big
country to country as well. So, but price always comes up. And golf is historically known for being quite an expensive...
An elitist sport at times.
Yeah.
And I'm totally in the same camp as some of the subscribers that watch the channel who are on a limited budget, we've got young families, etc. Like, I would be where they are if I wasn't lucky enough to be on the channel and the benefits we get with free green fees. I mean, I wouldn't... I've played some fantastic courses over the last 2 years, 2.5 years that we've been doing this. Courses that would quite frankly be out of my price range or my ability-wise.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get access to those courses, and I'm just lucky that I've been able to play them, and we feel lucky that we can show you these courses that maybe you, unfortunately, may not get that opportunity to.
The thing with it is, when it comes to cost, is that, to put in, let's take Plymouth Golf Centre, they've spent £300,000 on the technology that goes into those bays. A golf pro, there are lots and lots of golf pros out there. I reckon it's around 25% of golf pros out there now that don't have a launch monitor facility, don't have a machine. So what they do is when they coach, they still work off the basic principles of ball flight laws that are set out by the PGA. Of course. And actually, do you know what? That's fine. It's been working for a long, long time. Why do they need to change? They've maybe got to a position where they've done this for so long they don't want to change.
No.
Or the cost of it.
They won't get a return on the investment. Yeah.
Correct. They don't, because the technology will move on. Therefore, that product won't actually hold its value for that amount of time. To when they move on to another one, they might not get any. They'll lose money.
Coaching might not be your main source of income or focus. You may be a club pro, so you're doing lots of different things, a bit of playing, bit of shop, bit of coaching, etc., or even doing some management side of it. So to go and spend, thousands and thousands of pounds on a facility, you might not see the financial returns.
Yeah, and the minority, excuse me, the minority of golfers, I say that very loosely because I don't actually know the number. So the minority. So when I was a secretary of a golf club, when I was a professional at a golf club, there was always going to be moans and groans of certain situations.
Yeah, that's all you're doing. You're basically
managing moans and groans.
Yeah, sure.
That's what you're doing.
100%.
So when it comes to the price of things, so the price of what does it cost now to go and hit golf balls at Plymouth Golf Centre without using the TrackMan facility? What does it cost to go and hit golf balls down at the practice ground here at Churston? It doesn't cost anything. You have to be a member, so that costs you.
Yeah.
It's your own golf balls and this and that. That has its own place.
Yeah.
People want to go and do that. There are not as many of them nowadays, but if people want to still go and do that, there's potential options out there, and it might be something you need to think about when you join a golf club. What facilities do they have other than a TrackMan facility or whatever? But put it this way, when I want to fly from A to B, okay, so if I'm flying from one country to another country, we know that there's certain countries that I fly to or certain trips that I go on with certain airlines that are going to cost less money.
Yeah.
But if I want to spend more and have a better seat,
you've got the option.
I've got the option to go and do that. Okay. I could also, what I would love to do is jump on a NetJets flight and fly with just the two of us with a bottle of champagne and off we go. The reality of that is that that's not in my ballpark. When we're catching our ferry ride home yesterday, there are people sat in the harbour on their £1 million boats drinking champagne. Would I like to be on my £1 million yacht drinking champagne? Yes, absolutely. I would love to. It would be right up my street. However, it is what it is.
At the moment,
it is what it is.
The closest you've got is the actual shoes, because you've got the boat shoes, but you haven't got the boat.
I've got the boat shoes. I've got my boat shoes,
But no,
do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm completely in agreement with everything you've said, and I would be approaching it from the same area. But all I would say is, for me, I love going down the driving range. In golf, in its purest, simplest form, I hit balls, watch my own ball flight, hit different targets, etc. But if I was close to Plymouth, we're a good hour away. I would, go down there once a month to use the TrackMan and their facilities to do my yardages for an hour. And it only equates to, for me personally, of going out and drinking 2 less pints a month. Like I go out, 2 or 3 times a week, have a couple of beers or have a meal out. It would just mean me sacrificing a couple of pints of beer for that, which I know I could afford. And would do if that facility was close. I wouldn't be going there to practice 5 days a week because I couldn't justify or afford it. But once a month, I would probably do that, to be honest.
I just, Sam and I were talking about it. People were asking me about the price of what does it actually cost to get a bag of balls or whatever when you're going down there. And the reality is that because of the investment that they've put into it, because they want to generate more income for the facility, they want to bring more people into the game. They've made a business decision. Yeah. The business decision is to invest £300,000 plus into that facility. And price is always going to be a discussion. It's always going to be a discussion of what the value of that is for the punter.
Damn, people vote with their feet. If it's too expensive and it's not been supported, then either 1, it'll close. 2, the facility will change how it's used. Or 3, they'll reduce prices. They're the options. So if people don't want to use it, it's not used, and it's because of the price being too expensive, then that will change. And I'm pretty sure that there'll be people that are involved who've got good strategy will be like, right, it doesn't get used much during these hours, let's do a happy hour, let's throw in an extra, they will add stuff, won't they? It's business, it's good business sense. So there must be off-peak times where it's not getting used, where they could probably push it.
like
Maybe that
no
might be
different
the
than a
summer,
golf.
to be example.
No different to a golf course.
100%.
Well, moving on to exciting things
Quite
about.
deep, wasn't it?
Oh, crikey.
that
I
too
need
deep?
that coffee now for that.
Oh, sorry about that.
Moving on though, because and again, people commented last week saying, "Oh, well, it was the perfect time for you to discuss the Live launch, the Live event, and this, that, and the other." I got hammered.
I mean, you didn't want to. We didn't want to go in too much detail or depth of it because you wanted to go and see it and experience it and digest it all, didn't you? I mean, you and James had the VIP experience of it and saw what was going on. It looked like one massive party, to be honest.
So I was just about to say I got hammered. I didn't actually get hammered.
No, you were
I got
driving.
hammered in the comments from people from my Instagram stories as to why would I support it? We were asked to whether we would be interested in going and doing filming around the Live event. Would I go to there and film on the YouTube channel, create content around the Live event? It was like a hot potato around this office because we were trying to discuss it. We were umming and ahhing what was the best option for us. We didn't know what Live was going to do, what it was going to. So we backed away. Backed away. Okay. Personally, after now going and experiencing it, I would like to have been involved in some way, shape or form. And the reason why I say that is from a business point of view only, in the fact that I can't get access to the DP World Tour. I can't get access to the US PGA Tour. I can't get on the LPGA Tour. I can barely get, I can go and do the odd Ladies European Tour, but not many.
No, I mean, we didn't.
I've been invited to go and film on the Live event, which is a potentially changing scenario within golf.
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed and I accepted the response that we got from the whole team here as to their input, their views on it. I personally just wish that I would possibly done more with it. Take everything out of the equation. I wish I'd gone down and done some more with it. And there might be some people that are really upset with me for saying that, but I saw it firsthand and I was like, this is good. Like, I enjoyed being there that day. I enjoyed the experience of it all. You're right, it was like a bit of a party, but it was just different.
Yeah.
It was just different. I bet the Open will be very similar in the fact that it will feel partyish when we go up there for that as well in certain areas, but I don't know, it just felt different. And
I would just add that if the DP World Tour and the US PGA Tour do not do something quick, there's more people. You're concerned, aren't you? Well, there's more people jumping over, more pros, and I mean, there's announcements all the time. There's rumours. I mean, I've seen all the rumours. People at home would have seen the rumours of the players that are looking to possibly now get involved. I mean, it brings a couple of debates. What's going to happen to those players, lesser pros on this tour that are slightly maybe journeymen or guys coming to the end of their career that are not at their peak? Get
bumped out?
Are they going to get disregarded, jumped off, and then they can't go and play other tours? I mean,
Correct.
I don't.
That's my concern.
That's one concern, and the other concern for me is if more and more of the elite players go and join the tour, it could potentially destroy the other tours. Like people that sponsors and stuff are not going to want to be involved in a tour that's getting less figures than they want. The main companies, they want top exposure and the most exposure possible, so they're going to want to be featuring on the Live Tour. So my idea would be, and I think we've discussed it before, me and you, that if I was the DP World Tour, I'd be like, hang on a minute, you guys that are possibly banned from other tours, you come and play our tour. Because there's only 15 events. Some of those guys are going to want to play 20, 25 events. If you could get them over for some of our flagship or the DP World Tour flagship events like BMW at Wentworth, stuff like that, you could suddenly then, you've got named value, and that could potentially not only improve sponsors, get more spectators and generate more money for a tour which, let's be honest, over the last 15 years has been losing players at a fast rate to other tours.
PGA Tour. The PGA Tour.
Yeah, the PGA Tour.
I agree. I completely agree with you. I think that I believe that there is a place for 4-round tournaments. So 2 rounds cut, 4 rounds total. Okay. No different than when we do our course vlogs. Okay, so when we do our course vlogs, but one thing that we have to do with our course vlog is we have to vary them up. Okay,
100%.
There are comments, and I even read one today, Okay, we've just done a 4-club challenge over in France.
Yeah.
There is a comment there. Chap commented, and I responded, and it's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. He said, "This isn't for me. I'm going to switch off." So he switched off after 3 minutes of watching it because he wants to come in and watch us play golf and with all our clubs and this, that, and the other. He gets to play once a week and this, that.
Yeah.
I understand, and I don't have a problem with that.
No.
But on the occasions, we have to break it up. Because if we go week after week after week with the same formats, then people will generally get bored.
It's not only boring for the subscribers watching, but for us as well.
You've got to vary it up for your own.
And we have to, probably what we probably don't often say, but we have to take on the situational circumstances of a particular vlog. One, we might be having a timing issue, so you might need to get back on a ferry, so we've only got a small window. Like we know a course vlog can take 6.5 hours. Yeah. We might be in the middle of a field. The course might not be that welcoming. It's the fact that they won't give us tee times around us. They won't tell the members or the people playing that what we're doing, and not be completely on board with it. So we were like, right, we need a quick format. We need to get going. Yeah. We can't be hanging around. So there's lots of circumstances why we vary it up. And
I think the live has a place because it's varied up. Is it all I want to do is watch good golfers hit golf shots and actually have the opportunity to be able to see them play golf. You know, whether they're playing a 4-round event, I'm not going to see any of that anyway because I'm only going there for one day to watch it, so I'm not going to watch all 4 rounds of one player all the way around. The thing. But
I'll be honest with you, it doesn't personally take away all the politics and everything aside. Yeah. It doesn't really appeal to me. I like golf in its purest form. Yeah. I want to go and watch an Open Championship. I want to go and sit round for 9-10 hours, and not be. To me, it's too fast paced. I think golf's a slow and deliberate game, and I want to go around and experience the whole thing. I don't want a shotgun start where they're out on there 5 hours. Everything's happening. That's not for me. That's not what my golf's about. I like to. I'm a quick player, but I like to experience it all, and that for me is not. If I want to go and have a party, I don't really want to do it at a golf club. Yeah. I'll be honest with you.
I agree. Well, I would like to hear some comments on it because I think we've discussed it. Yeah. I enjoyed my experience of being there and seeing it. I literally went there early, so I got to see the sort of everything going on. Yeah. And then as soon as the shotgun went, I watched 2 holes of Louis Oosthuizen, and then I left. Yeah. Because that was what I wanted to see. I saw enough of what I wanted to see. I wasn't there to watch necessarily just people play golf.
I think it's important you did that to get the feel of it and to experience it and to be able to comment on it, because you're more qualified to comment on it than I am, who's someone who just watched a bit on YouTube. Yeah.
I love the fact that anyone can now tap into YouTube and watch that.
It's free content,
whether it's the best content you've watched, whether it goes up against Sky or your whatever channel you watch your golf on around the world. Whether it goes up against that and is it as good as that? No, the comments that I saw were less commercials, therefore it was more of an enjoyable watch. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't watch any of it on YouTube, but that's purely down to time.
It was decent. It was a decent coverage considering it was sort of seemed to be a last minute put together.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I mean, be interesting to see what the future holds and for everything really, like everything connected with the live. Yeah.
I this week have been to the Isle of Wight.
You have, yeah.
And I have caught the sun.
I was nearly born on the Isle of Wight, but that's another story. My mum went into labour.
On the Isle of Wight?
Yeah,
Luckily there's a 40-minute ferry ride home.
There's a holiday camp
Is there?
Over there. Yeah, there was at the time. Pontins had one, and my dad went over and he was doing exhibitions. Yeah. So he did that in the sort of the 70s, 80s, and a bit in the 90s, but he did exhibitions. Yeah. And mum went into labour over on the Isle of Wight, so he had to drive her back because she wanted me to be born in Brixham Hospital.
Oh, crikey, you got all the way back to Brixham. Yeah. Well done, well done.
Well, your first child takes longer, doesn't it? You're in labour for like... yeah.
Well, I mean, I loved it. You know, they call it the island, the people that are on there, it was called the island, and I think they've got 7 golf courses on the island, 5 of which are 9-holers, and then 2 of which are 18-holers. Yeah. We played both the 18-holers and one of the 9-holers. Yeah. And I was impressed. The Osborne Golf Club that we went and played, which is the 9-holer, okay, that has a massive amount of history and is pretty. It's in like a deer parky kind of feel to it.
I saw the one that was right on the sort of the edge of sort of looking over the beach and the cliffs and stuff. But that looked
that's Freshwater Bay.
That looked pretty impressive. I was like, wow. Yeah.
That's
some of the
Freshwater Bay,
visuals that you put on, just even on Instagram for your phone, was like, I was like, wow, that's like.
It was views o'clock. Like,
Views
I mean,
o'clock, yeah.
don't get me wrong, the views that it was so unique.
Yeah.
At golf club. It was a throw up between mullion.
Yeah.
A feel of mullion to it, the way that the golf course was kind of laid out.
Yeah.
It had a feel of Cleve Hill.
Yeah.
With the panoramic views, like you get every hole had a 360-degree view.
Yeah, nice.
It was just, but it was obviously on the water, and you saw the white cliffs there, down by the clubhouse. I mean, it looked like the white cliffs of Dover to a point, but it was just, And then we played Shanklin and Sandown, which is which I didn't realise is on the Hampshire. They're on the Hampshire county list.
Oh, right, okay.
So all the Hampshire, lot of Hampshire matches are played over there, but they use the Shanklin course. They use that Sandown course. They use that as one of their championship venues.
Crikey.
And it is.
That would take a bit of logistics getting the players over there.
Oh yeah, 40 minutes on the ferry on you getting off. But it's a worth a visit.
Yeah.
It's absolutely worth a visit. I went for a little stroll one evening up here. And that was beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely stunning.
Did you take Jordan up there? Or?
No, he wouldn't go.
You didn't take Jordan up
Jordan
the pier?
or James.
No.
Huh?
You didn't take Jordan up the pier?
No, I didn't take him up the pier. Why?
That might be quite romantic.
No, it'd be nice. Stroll.
Hand in hand.
Well, I offered both of them, James and Jordan, to see if they wanted to come up the pier with me, but they went to the pub instead.
Did they? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right.
Standard, isn't it? Yeah. So I went for a nice stroll there. It was lovely. Nice. It was, and the weather was just ridiculous. They're just about to start a festival there. So by the time this is finished, this is going out, the festival will have been in pretty much finished. But it was carnage.
Busy, I bet.
Well, it was. We were catching the ferry out that they were all coming over on.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have, not my scene. No, me in a festival.
No,
not my scene at all. So I'm glad I got out of there. You've got a birthday shout.
I have, I have. I haven't had many of these recently. Yeah. I'm happy to do, as I said, major ones. Special birthday. So I have got one here, which was sent in by Nick. It's obviously not for him. It's better when you do a shout out for your friend or a family member or something like that, rather than I do get the odd one which I find a little bit strange, where they want their own, but each their own and all that. So Nick, he thinks he's left it a little bit late, but is there any chance of a big happy birthday to Tim Miller of Mendix Springs Golf Club? He will be 60 on 20th of June. He's a top bloke and deserves a mention. Always watches you guys, and you're the best content on the tube.
Lovely. So happy birthday, Tim.
If you're going to butter us up like that, you're bound to get a shout out, aren't you? You want to sing a song, do you?
Do you want to sing a song? No, I think we'll do just a nice shout out today.
Yeah. So if you want to give Tim Miller a shout out.
Well, Tim, happy birthday. Happy 60th birthday. Yeah. Good effort, I would say.
Good effort getting 60 not out.
60 and not out. Yeah. Lovely.
We're not far off, are we?
We're shaking that as well.
I've got 18 years. God.
We need to mention about the bus tour, because obviously we are heading up there in just a moment, heading up to Woodbury Park.
We are, yeah.
For a bit of fun, for another outing on the bus tour. Yeah. Weather is looking okay-ish, I believe. A little bit of rain yesterday, but hopefully that it will calm itself and everything will be, considering last week was beautiful.
Yeah, it'd be, just fingers crossed we get a decent,
couple of
days, but there are still more bus tours that will be going on continuing through the year. So Dan will now have a few of them going around on the ticker bar, and if you're interested in getting involved, it's a great couple of days. We get generally the same sort of dozen people that rebook every single one, so they obviously enjoy it. We enjoy the camaraderie, playing a bit of golf with you guys, and having a few beers on the Sunday night.
I do need, whilst you're on your shout out things, sorry, I do want to just shout out to Lawrence. Now, I
do know. He's been messaging me.
Has it? Right. Yeah. So Lawrence, this is how easy it is to get yourself onto the trip. All right. Obviously, we need to be.
He worked hard, to be fair, didn't he?
So Lawrence, he's a member at Shanklin and Sandown Golf Club.
Yeah.
He couldn't unfortunately be there to see us on that day because he'd gone back over to the mainland.
Yeah.
But he bought us a drink on his card, on his member's swipe card. Bought us a drink. So we decided that it was such a nice gesture, that we'd invite him out to play with us the next day.
Yeah, he
so
did.
He came and played with us at,
nice.
at Freshwater Bay. So big shout out to Lawrence, and thank you very much for your hospitality on the day.
And Lawrence showed me a beer, so
yeah, you do.
You bought everyone else a beer, not me.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
However, on the channel this week, we'll finish it here. On the channel this week, we've got a scramble. We're at the Players Club.
In Bristol. So that was filmed a month ago, maybe 3 weeks, a month ago.
Yeah.
And we play a scramble. So it's me, Dan, Paul, and James. It was the same trip that we were up at Minch, wasn't it?
No,
it wasn't.
Minch. No.
Was it Cleeville? No.
It was Staverton.
Oh, it was Staverton Park. Yeah, sorry.
So we did Staverton, then we drove back and did.
So on the way back, we stopped at the Players, and it was a really good day. Course was in superb condition.
It's great. Yeah.
It's a little bit of a different scramble as well, isn't it?
Fun
scramble, yeah. So I hope you enjoy that one. But that starts Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yep.
6 holes per part. I hope you enjoy it.
Well, for those of you that were a little upset from last week, we hope you've enjoyed this Sunday morning show.
Hope this has filled the void.
Hope this has filled the void, and you could have all sat down and have your coffee together as a little family and watch us, which is quite nice, isn't it? We've got to go because we're heading up to the bus tour, but we will see everybody next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.